Thinking of moving to Oklahoma City from Texas? Relax, bro. Well, looks like you're not the only one. Let's talk about it. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Oklahoma City is continuing to attract new residents from all over the country, and one thing remains consistent. Oklahoma as a state continues to have a net gain of around 3,000 new residents from the Lone Star State every year. So why do so many Texans continue to find themselves attracted here to the Sooner State? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into here today. But first, if you're thinking about moving to the Oklahoma City area in the near or distant future, we would absolutely love the opportunity to help make a smooth move here to OKC. You're going to find my contact information in the description below, so please feel free to shoot me a call, a text, or an email, and I will certainly get back to you to help you buy that perfect home here in OKC. Okay, so the first big draw for Texans considering moving here to Oklahoma is the affordability of homes. The typical home price across the entire state of Oklahoma is right around $200,000, which is a stark contrast to what you'll pay across the state of Texas, which right now is right around $330,000. And if you're considering buying a home here in the Oklahoma City Metro, the median home price is right around $260,000 as of June 2023, while the median home price in Dallas remains much higher at around $450,000. You know what they say, everything is bigger in Texas. Even the price tag. Now, the difference in taxes between Texas and Oklahoma may not really explain the reason why so many Texans are moving here, but it is certainly worth looking at if you're considering moving up here from Texas. Now, the sales tax across the state of Oklahoma is 4.5% versus across the state of Texas at 6.25%. However, something I've missed in the past, and I certainly want to correct here today, is that comparing those two numbers can be a little bit misleading because they are before adding county and city taxes. So here in Oklahoma City, after adding the county and city tax, that rate is 8.63%, whereas in Dallas, after adding the city and county taxes, is 8.25%. So after comparing those numbers that way, you've got this tiny little margin where Dallas comes out on top of Oklahoma City. But one thing to also point out in Texas' favor is that there is no sales tax on food products. And unfortunately here in Oklahoma, food is still taxed like anything else you would buy.
Cancel the groceries, we're skipping this week.
Okay, so income taxes are one area where the clear winner is the state of Texas with no state income tax. Oklahoma, on the other hand, has the vast majority of earners paying as high as 5%, but not so fast. While that might seem too good to be true for Texas, property taxes is where Oklahoma comes out on top. The effective property tax rate here in the state of Oklahoma is right around 0.87%, and here in Oklahoma City, that property tax rate is right around 1% or so, which is applied annually to the home's assessed value. Now, in Texas, on the other hand, in most major cities, the property taxes exceed 2%. In Dallas, for instance, that property tax rate can be 2.2% or even higher. And remember, that's applied to the already more expensive homes you'll find in Texas. So even though Texas has the slight edge on sales tax and appears to have the big edge when it comes to state income tax, you'll really need to assess your income versus your home's value to really determine if Oklahoma or Texas has the tax advantage. Now, really quickly, if you could, maybe consider smashing that like button with Texas-sized enthusiasm. And while you're there, maybe consider subscribing to this channel so that you can stay up to date with any new video that I make about Oklahoma City. And maybe consider sharing this video with someone else who might also find value in it. We really do appreciate it. So it probably wouldn't be smart to move anywhere without looking at the cost of living, right? Well, the cost of living in Texas is around 10% higher than it is here in Oklahoma. So let's take a look at it broken down over categories. You're gonna pay right around 4% more for groceries in Texas. You'll shell out 5% more for transportation in Texas, and as discussed, you'll spend a Texas-sized 20% more for housing, 13% more for childcare, 5% more for entertainment, and 12% more for clothing. Literally every single category is going to cost you more down in Texas versus Oklahoma. Is traffic something you consider when moving somewhere? Well, in Texas and in Oklahoma, you pretty much need a car, so it is definitely a consideration. And according to the 2021 Urban Mobility Report, Texas has 2 cities in the top 10 for most traffic in the US, with Dallas and Houston. This was not surprising to me at all, but there was not a single city in Oklahoma that made the top 10. In fact, Oklahoma has no cities in the top 20. So what does that mean in terms of saving time? Well, here in OKC, you'll spend around 10% less time in traffic traffic than you will in Houston or Dallas. Now, a major reason for people moving to Oklahoma in general is the rapid growth of Oklahoma City. In fact, OKC just cracked into the top 20 cities in the US, right behind Denver, Colorado. And you know, that is a big deal. And we are really proud of all the opportunities that come along with a rapidly growing city, like job growth, new city parks, professional sports teams, and more events coming through Oklahoma City every year. But the best thing is, while we are now competing with other major cities across the US, we are nowhere near the size of major US cities like Dallas or Houston. And living here comes at a fraction of the cost. Now, I may be a little bit biased from living here in Oklahoma City my entire life, but you know something that I really love about living here in OKC? Well, the wide array of really great food that we have here. So if you'd like to see some of my very favorite places to eat here in Oklahoma City, go ahead and check out this video right here. And as always, until next time, I certainly hope to see you soon. See ya.